Alright, what's up everybody? Today we're gonna start a new gambler build. We're actually building a G10 version of one of these things. And like any good gambler build, you always want to start off at the local junkyard. So we'll run in here and see what we can find. I know we're gonna need some wheels. We've already picked up some 33 1250s. So we're gonna need some 15-inch wheels for those. But besides that, we'll just kind of look around. Alright, so we're on the like 7th row here. Found a Chevy van with the right pattern. But it only has 2 of the right wheels on it. These ones over here, these alloys, they charge a lot more for those. We just want steel wheels. So get in here and hold the brakes so he can loosen that. Alright, there you go, Justin. 2 out of the 4 wheels. Get these ripped off and keep searching for our other 2. Alright, we found another wheel just laying on the ground over there. Come back to this van to test fit it, make sure it's the same size. And it fits. So we ended up with like 2 and 2. So we've got 2 with this style with these little holes. And then 2 with these big holes like that. Full set though. We're still gonna walk the rest of this yard here. See if we can't find a matching set. All 4 matching. But at least we have something. You see there's a lot to go. We only made it. We're on like the 4th row out of, I don't know, 15. So got checked out, 44 bucks. And then they drilled holes in all the tires to make sure we weren't using them. I don't know what we're gonna do next, but we'll pick this up whenever we start working on the van, I guess. A couple days later, back from the junkyard. Got the van over here at the shop. I don't remember what I said. I might have called it a G10 earlier, but it turns out it's actually a G20. So we've got some 33s to go on it. Some Mickey Thompson 33 1250. You can see the van's actually been lowered. The last owner chopped the springs on it, so we've got some G30 springs and shocks, and then for the back we've got a, hey, what size lift block is this? 3. And then for the back we've got this 3-inch lift block here. So the goal for this weekend is get it lifted, get the tires on, and then see how much we got to cut for this, because this his fan is going to the Bama Gambler with us. So we'll go ahead and jack it up and get the wheels off, put it on jack stands and get it lifted up in the air and get to work on it. Alright, I got this thing on its jack stands. Justin's breaking those U-bolts loose. So I've never done this before. Have you ever done this before?
No, I have no idea what's about to happen.
No, me neither.
But
so
the jack under the axle, I believe.
Oh, so it doesn't fall.
I'm being good at you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So we're just gonna kind of take some stuff off and see what happens, guys. It's a proper gambler build. Everything's broke loose. Nothing broke, surprisingly.
On this side.
Oh, and we found some impact sockets too. I don't know if y'all noticed, but in the last clip we just had chrome sockets. the passenger side started dropping. Alright, well y'all get the idea, so we'll tighten those bolts up and then drop the block in on the other side. Okay, we got the blocks in so we could get the floor jack off the axle and actually lift the lift up. And then got all that stuff tightened in there. So, he's got some spacers gonna put on there, and then put the tire up on it, let it down on the ground, see what happens. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so good. Turn your light on. Well, there's the back done. We'll come back in the morning and get the front knocked out. All right, next day, working on the van. Today we're gonna try and get the front end lifted back up, and then probably gonna have to take a sawzall to it to get it to turn. But we actually don't have any kind of a lift kit for the front. It's just on cut springs right now. So we've got some new heavy duty G30 springs to put in it, and hopefully that'll get us up high enough to fit the 33s. So Justin's loosening the lug nuts right now, then we'll jack it up and put on jack stands like we did in the back. So I don't have any jack stands long enough to get up underneath there the way we need it to, so we're just gonna have to do it on the ground. But all you gotta do here is undo the tie rod end right there. That's what Justin's working on. And then 2 bolts on the sway bar, 1 bolt on the shock, and then the lower ball joint right here. And then that'll let the bottom A-arm swing away, and we can throw our new spring in there. And then while we're here, we've actually got a new shock to throw on it also. So we'll go ahead and rip those off and pull that old spring out and put them side by side so y'all can see the difference in the springs.
Excuse me. I'm working here. Yoink. One ugga dugga.
You're gonna have to give her more than that, Scotty.
Two ugga duggas. Where's the extension? Crank it to 3. Knock it on another knot.
No
What are
problem.
all your brownies doing?
I don't know. This is the wrong thing to do, so I don't think there's a right way to do it. I mean, it's separated. There it is.
Found the treasure!
Now let's see a size difference.
Not that much.
There's our difference, guys.
Not that much.
But the new one is a heavy duty spring, right? Off a G30.
On the picture, it showed the 20 spring not having this coil. But I don't know for sure.
But hell yeah. So we've got a spring compressor here,
Also possible the picture's wrong.
and then we'll compress the spring down and then shove it right back in that hole right there. Oh yeah, didn't even have to compress it. All right, so spring's in there, didn't even need to compress it. Now to get the ball joint back together, we'll just put a jack underneath it and jack it back up to right there. Yeah, there should be enough to get the castle nut on now.
How many uggas?
So there we have it with the spacer and everything on it. Now we'll set that wheel up there. We're just gonna knock out the other side real quick so we can back it off the lift and see if it's gonna turn and stuff. All right, guys, there we have it. All 4 wheels and tires on.
Sway bar delete.
Yeah, we did ditch the sway bar. It's down there. We don't need that.
No, you just gotta slam it. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. What do you think?
That's awesome.
All right, let's back it out and see if it'll turn. Oh, where are we hitting?
Hold on. Is that as far as it turns? You're gonna have to cut a little bit out, lad.
Time for the Sawzall. Justin's got this all cut out now. It still hits a little bit back there, but it can actually turn pretty far as it is. And he's over here cleaning up the edges. So whenever he finishes cleaning up those edges a little bit, we'll drive it over there somewhere and park it on a hill or something and see how much it'll flex out. So he can actually go lock to lock. It's spinning. Open diff life. But we got accomplished what we wanted to. Got a little bit of a lift on it and got the 33s on it, so we're ready for the Bama Gambler. We'll probably do a little bit more to it here and there, just make it a little more solid, but we can go as is. So I guess that's gonna be all for this one. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week for another one. Peace. This thing's a tank.
Pouring out the bottom. got bumped everywhere a couple times.